Hello, everybody. This is for everybody that doesn't know me, but is slightly curious to find out. So, my name is Ioana Lee. Da, na. Asta este, nu fiecare își alege numele, este într-adevăr numele meu real. Ioana este un nume foarte frumos, tipic românesc, numai în limba română și în România se scrie I-O-A-N-A și nu există un W, deoarece O-I este un diftong. N-aveați nevoie de această informație, dar eu v-am dat-o, poate sunteți lingviști. I don't know. Li este L-E-E și este o moștenire. Da, am moștenit acest nume și am zis că dacă tot l-am moștenit, măcar să-l fac și global. Să aibă o rezonanță oriunde m-aș duce. Da, despre ce vorbeam? Mă numesc Ioana Lee, m-am născut și am crescut în România în perioada comunistă. A fost foarte interesant, dar nu despre asta vreau să vorbesc, da? Pe urmă, sper că ați aflat că am fost căsătorită cu un prinț japonez. So, I hope you all found out that, I was born and raised in Romania during communism. That was not that good. But hey, it was me and 23 million people at the time. So after that, we got freedom. I went to university, then I married a Japanese prince, and I say prince because aristocrat, nobleman, everything else, it doesn't have the same impact in the English language, because people think that princes and aristocrats only exist in the UK, and specifically maybe in London. How can they be anywhere else? Well, tough. So that was very interesting. It was something I've learned a lot. It was honestly a wonderful experience. Because I was studying Japanese, I have Japanese studies, British studies, and American literature studies at the same university. Then I lived in Japan. Then I came back to Romania. I had an international TV show. The show was, we were speaking 7 languages. I was interviewing ambassadors, and I was also invited by different governments to film my show in their countries about their culture, civilization, the role of the woman in the society, the role of the man, the role of the family, and whatever things were interesting, I thought at the time. So I worked with over 60 embassies, if not more. And that was something that I still love, and I have wonderful memories from that time. Then, love hit again, so I divorced the prince. Love hit again, so I married an American. He came live with me in Romania, and I shall tell you maybe some stories about how I was asked in marriage. Every time was a disaster, but a beautiful disaster, because it was atypical. And then I moved to Washington, D.C. because I wanted to continue my work with embassies. Of course, I was so naive. I had no idea that in Washington, D.C., you have to be already somebody and not just a struggling immigrant that would get hit on or touched or other things that we don't talk about because it doesn't matter, just it's okay. It's been normal for centuries, why would you unnormalize it now? And yeah, then I divorced the American because he couldn't provide anything, and I had to work, and I had to work in everything I could do, theater, modeling, and um, the fundraising, political events, you know, theater, modeling. Yes, I love that, but everything else I was learning as I went, and then yes, I married a multimillionaire, very nice person, very non DC, meaning he at home he was just a kind, sweet person. Outside with his employees, also just very kind, very sweet, very understanding. Um, a real Christian, and he knew, however, how to play the DC game because, well, he was also involved in business and politics, so it does take a lot of knowledge and abilities to be able to be successful in both of these areas. The reason I left him for was something that didn't have anything to do with him as much as realizing that I could not evolve, and that at the end of the day I was just a trophy wife, not being taken seriously by the people around him, or yeah, it doesn't matter for now. But yeah, all these details, yeah, everything I wrote about everything, and some things no, something yes, some things or to be revealed later. However, it's just my perspective anyway, and yeah, my perspective, and my I always have proof for what I say because I learned that growing up in a family with judges and lawyers. So yeah, I have 3 divorces. Nobody died. It was just an honest divorce, absolutely not because of any scandal, because of anything mm, dirty, except the second divorce where I had to provide no matter what. And I had no emotional support. On the contrary, um, it was complete discrimination and absolutely disgusting because my level of intellect and my family was way, 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 way farther than your typical Hicks from whatever state that was. But those Americans were the only ones I met that were just horrible people. The rest were Christians and, you know, believers in something, they maybe not Christians, but they believe in something, so they behave differently. And yeah, then don't ask me why or how, but now I live in Germany. I've been living in Germany for a year, Yeah, I lived in Japan, Germany. Mm. I lived on 3 continents in 6 countries, and I'm a published author, former TV journalist, and just a person worth knowing. I say that humbly, of course. And I wanna be stand-up comedian. Wanna be, yeah, kind of. So, well, that's all for now.